Do you think Clooney would be able to go up against a whole classroom of, like, third graders?
Ooh.
With a high enough wall.
Yeah.
With a red enough wall.
With a red enough wall. Are you prepared for an epic showdown of epic proportions?
Yeah!
Featuring warriors from other realms.
Wow!
Dangerous creatures, all of whom are very, very small.
Not all of them. Some of them are quite large, actually.
Oh, really?
Like Rip Red.
Oh.
He's like a human-sized rat.
Pretty sizable.
And we'll take that into account in today's bonus episode of Nostalgia Club.
Wow!
I dropped my phone. Rodent. What are we calling this?
Rodents-With-Jobs.
Rodents-With-Jobs-Battle-Royale.
Wow!
There can be only one victor. One rodent with a job left standing.
Occupation!
How many cool sounds can Michael make?
That's it.
Oh, dang.
One!
Hey, I'm Jino. The soundboard over there is Michael.
Hi.
And
Hi.
the person who assembled this little tier list with us, this bracket, I should say,
Tournament
is...
bracket.
Victoria.
Is this our anime tournament arc?
Kind of. Yeah.
Dang, we're doing anime tropes?
Next, we'll have a beach episode where we record the podcast at the beach.
The audio is just going to be...
Yeah.
I'm aware of the trope of the beach episode, but I think the only actual beach episode I've seen is the one in Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
Which isn't, like, whether or not it's anime
It's
is up for debate.
basically like in one of the later seasons of an anime, they'll just send the characters to the beach.
But, like, do things happen at the beach? Or
Sometimes.
is it just like...
Sometimes it's plot relevant. Characters will just get to relax at the beach in the midst of all their struggles. I can't actually think of a specific episode. I know Oran High School Host Club does beach episodes. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
I watched that show. I only remember, like... Oh, no, wait.
Oran High School Host Club is a separate
They do
thing.
a few beach episodes.
They do a few beach episodes, so it also doesn't count, really.
But there is character development.
Yeah.
I don't know what a beach episode is. Also, listener, for the duration of this podcast where we talk about rodents with jobs and battle fiercely over which would overcome the other, I want you to know that there is like a fluorescent light winking over our head. So the more unhinged we get, I just want you to imagine the lights like flickering on and off as we debate furiously. Rodents with jobs.
We're sitting in a dark, dingy basement with flickering fluorescent lights and a dripping pipe in the background. Drip, drip, and there's rats and mice squeaking in the corners. They're all here to witness our rodent battle royale. I'll lay out the rules. This is a bonus episode, so we're not beholden to any structure, but I'm going to create one right now for us. We have selected prominent rodent characters specifically from the media that we have covered here on Nostalgia Club.
Yes.
So that includes Redwall, that includes Geronimo Stilton, that includes Wayside Story, which for some reason has a character here.
Oh, yeah.
Had to scratch and sniff under the floorboards for all these characters, sort of pulling them. Some of them are a little more obscure. Some of them we haven't really talked about, but we're including them anyway because we wanted a nice even 16 characters, I think is the number we ended up with.
I actually had to eliminate some because we actually ended up having more options than could fit on the chart. So I will shout them out.
Did you split up the Alvin and the Chipmunks or did you keep them together?
I kept them together.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
They're a unit in my brain.
But initially, we were going to have this whole bit where King Julian was also part of it, but I decided to eliminate him for fairness. I'm sorry, King Julian. You would have probably won. So we can't have you compete against rodents.
King Julian's not a rodent, but he is imposing his will on this bracket and invading. Except I guess not. I guess he was ousted.
I had to oust him.
Dang.
It's just funny because Jino made a list where he not only listed the rodents, but also their specific job title. So we had stuff like warrior and mom, and then also monarch for King Julian.
Despot.
So yeah, we'll be pairing them up randomly, and we will be comparing them, their level of power, their level of ferocity. Who would win in a fight, I guess? And
I think it's less about who would win in a fight, and I think there's a lot of considerations we have to make.
Okay.
Because some of them are not fighters, and I think it would be really unfair if we were like, you can't win because you don't have a sword.
Rip
you know?
Red would just win.
Yeah, Rip Red would destroy everyone, unfortunately. So
Okay, so that's fine. We
I'll
have a
leave it up to
tournament
you.
bracket. We
Yeah.
have no criteria.
Also, Jino and Michael don't know what the matchups are. I know what they are because I made the tournament bracket, but I also did randomize it. So I didn't choose the matchups either. I basically had a list of the characters and then I rolled a d20 to select the matchups. So it's like I rolled a 1 and then I put that character and whatnot. So there is an element of luck and chance to this, which I think will be fun. But I will leave it up to you guys to decide how you want to. I mean, I'm sure we'll figure it out as we go, how we want to even begin to size up these characters against one another. Because I'm telling you, the first matchup that I rolled, I was like, how on earth are we going to do this?
So is this an open debate, or are we picking sides and then debating our side?
My thought is it is an open debate, but ultimately we have to come to a consensus as a group.
Okay.
So the character can't move forward until all three of us are like, okay, I accept that this character moves forward.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you're saying if I were so inclined, I could just trollishly lock us out of this whole competition?
Much like government, there are many loopholes and problems with our system, but we will persevere for freedom,
Huzzah!
for justice,
Ha-hee-oo!
for rodents with jobs.
That was so great. And you, listener, can also play along if you would like. I will post this blank chart somewhere. So if you disagree with our
Somewhere.
ranking, probably this chart's a little too big for Instagram. So I might link it on our Tumblr.
Yeah.
And then you can grab it for yourself so that you can also play.
Oh, we
Because
do
if
have a
you
Tumblr.
disagree, yeah, we do have it. It's at MouseKnight Studios, which is where we just decided to compile all of our shows because I was like, I'm not going to make a separate Tumblr for Nostalgia Club. But that way, if you disagree with our ranking, you can fight for your own personal matchups and then send them to us. And we will enjoy that very much.
Yeah.
Woo.
Or you can also just leave us a comment and be like, I disagree. King Julian should have been on the bracket. I'm sorry, he can't.
Maybe, can I propose then, whoever wins our bracket has to go up against King Julian, who is invading and imposing his will on the
okay.
bracket.
Okay.
That's fair.
Final boss.
Final
boss.
boss, King Julian.
I don't think he's a very intimidating final boss, but we'll try.
But don't go into it thinking the person who has to win this has to beat King Julian.
Okay.
Quickly before I go into the matchups, honorable mention goes to Reepicheep from Narnia. Initially, he was on the list because he is a very iconic mouse with sword. But I was like, we didn't actually talk about him that much because he's more in Prince Caspian, and we were more talking about The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And then I was like, Jino doesn't really have a lot of knowledge about Reepicheep, so I feel like it's not fair to put Reepicheep in the lineup.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah, but he's just there.
All right.
I don't know. Sorry, Reepicheep. I put in some other characters from Narnia instead.
It's okay. I have almost no context for Reepicheep.
Oh, maybe I was mistaken. I knew one of you didn't have much knowledge of Reepicheep, but I couldn't remember who. And then also the Chipettes didn't make the cut, unfortunately.
Well, it's fine.
I wanted them in there because there weren't enough female characters. And I felt bad.
We need representation in this rodent roster.
Well, it's tough. They're kind of at least for our exposure to them, the Waluigi Wario versions of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, although I thought it would have been really funny if the Chipettes made it further than Alvin and the Chipmunks, but alas. Anyways, That being said, the first matchup I will present to you guys, which is not the one that I alluded to earlier, because I think that one, we need to ramp up to that one. So the first one is actually Mr. and Mrs. Beaver, because beavers are rodents.
Oh.
I learned while making this graph.
I guess they got the teeth for it, don't they?
Yeah. Versus the dead rat from Wayside.
So, if you haven't read Wayside Stories from Wayside School, which is a children's book of short stories about this crazy school, there's a chapter where a new student shows up.
His name is Sammy.
And he stinks. He stinks. He's so smelly. And it's revealed through removing many layers of clothing, he's actually a dead rat. And the lore is that dead rats are constantly trying to sneak into this classroom for some reason. There's something about him getting thrown out a window, or I think that's another story.
They do throw him out a window, unfortunately.
So he is He is a dead rat.
Said the most clinically you could.
He is a dead rat, but he is mecha piloting this child made out of clothes, I guess.
One rat in a trench coat.
One rat in
a 50
trench
trench coats.
And he is capable of human speech as well.
Yes, if you refer to our chart, you can see pictures of all these characters, by the way, because I did put pictures.
Oh my god, wait, what's the picture of the dead rat?
Hang on, I'll try to make it bigger. It's like, unfortunately, my
Google image search dead rat.
I literally just searched Wayside School Story dead rat, and it came up.
Is there like a fandom page with?
Oh my
my gosh.
That's what he looks like in the
Terrifying.
illustration.
Like picture.
It's just like him wearing all his clothes, and then, but like it's just like a jacket on the
picture
ground.
a big puffer jacket with the hood drawn shut, and then two giant eyes looking out from the darkness.
And that's him.
So Mr. and Mrs. Beaver are
Yes.
beavers.
They are beavers.
They are married.
And given that it's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that's very important.
Very important.
By the way, their job specifically is dam builders.
Ah.
Yes.
So they're dam builders.
And Sammy's job is student.
Now, I have a fascination with Sammy, the dead rat.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, if that's just the dead rat's alias. Extremely powerful entity to be able to pull all that off.
Oh, yeah.
However, I've been getting a lot of like beaver memes on Instagram. I'm getting a lot of like pro-ecology, like
Ooh.
respect the work
beavers
of
are
beavers.
awesome.
Yeah.
So like on principle, in just this interaction, I'm leaning towards the beavers because not only are they indispensable to the health of many an ecosystem, but they also just like straight up help a bunch of kids.
Yeah, in Narnia, they help the Pevensies escape.
And they
and
can
they feed
sew
them.
and they can cook.
sew. They look like they give nice hugs.
They're brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, huh?
I have to advocate for the beavers because, like you, Michael, I'm a beaver advocate, I guess. There's something sort of like, I use this phrase a lot, and I'm not using it correctly, but I can't articulate my thoughts any other way. He's like sort of like a small eldritch horror, right? About the dead rat. Like he's alive, but he's dead. He's like Schrodinger's rat, right? And he wields great, like terrifying.
He has great aura.
Yeah. Like this power to puppet this amount of clothing, to talk, to speak, to move, and yet he is just a dead rat.
Yeah, he is all potential.
If the beavers can just remove the layers of clothing, he loses all power.
That's true, yeah.
And his ultimate goal is inscrutable and seemingly absurd. Which I guess does make him good as an eldritch
In a
horror.
fight, the only thing he has going for him really is that he smells bad.
He smells bad and he's already dead.
Yeah,
Can't kill what's dead.
that's true. Well, you can throw
But you
him
can't
out a
throw
window.
you can throw him out a window.
Mm-hmm.
Would Mr. and Mrs. Beaver do that to someone, even if they're dead?
I don't think so. However, this is, again, not about who would win in a fight.
It
I
is
still
for
think
me.
the beavers would win.
I do think that if it really came push to shove, if it really came to push and shove, like, I'm not saying that right.
If push came to shove.
It really came to push and shove.
If it came to push, shove,
I
kick.
swear I can speak. If push came to shove, I really do think the beavers would win.
Because, hey, Sammy couldn't prevent the students from tearing off his layers of warding apotropaic magical clothing or whatever's going on there.
Yeah. And when it comes to how much they helped kids, I think Sammy scared the kids more than he helped them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In both combat and children helping,
Yeah.
the beavers take it.
All right, the beavers are moving on.
Surprising no one who hasn't read the book. The dead rat did not progress.
Oof. Rest in peace, Sammy.
He's already dead.
That's true. That is true. I'm just going to keep going down the right side.
Yeah.
Just for sake of clarity. So we'll do all the ones on the right side, and then we'll go to the left side, and then we'll keep going closer to the center with the matchups, which I think are going to end up being really funny. So the next matchup we have is Mr. Ratburn from Arthur versus Clooney the Scourge.
Oh. I don't think
Rat on rat.
I don't think Mr. Ratburn.
If it's combat.
Here's an important question, right? Clooney the Scourge.
We got two rats.
We got two rats.
Both
Hey,
alike in dignity.
I'm gonna get granular, okay?
Okay.
Because I love getting granular. Clooney the Scourge is an experienced battle commander. He's a warrior of ruthless intent. In the world of the first Redwall book specifically, he is rat-sized.
Oh.
And he's incredibly incompetent.
Very true.
Is Mr. Ratburn the size of a human person?
Yes.
Implied to be.
Because he is larger than the children who are other animals. So this is essentially one incredibly murderous rat-sized rat versus some sort of terrifying abomination of nature, a human-sized rat who, while probably not violent, as far as we can tell, does have the strength of a man.
I thought you were going to say Clooney might be a warlord, but Mr. Ratburn is an elementary school teacher.
That's true.
Which, closer than we might think. Not in like a bad way, as in like in order to corral a group of elementary school kids, one must have a cunning and wily
I really
mind.
do think that teachers are stronger than some of our bravest soldiers sometimes. They gotta deal with a lot. Okay? Like, the kids might come in screaming and crying, and you gotta still teach them math. So.
Now, here's something else. We're setting a precedent here.
Yeah.
Right? If Clooney the Scourge is very small, and Mr. Ratburn is very big, and Clooney the Scourge is a warlord, Mr. Ratburn's a teacher, does that mean that Mr. Ratburn would also demolish Matthias?
Well,
I don't think he would want to demolish Matthias.
Yeah, well, because here's kind of where I angle, because even with the size discrepancy, I feel like Mr. Ratburn just kind of has an edge on Clooney in the competency department. Because he's strict, but he's fair.
And Clooney is so incompetent.
And Clooney's
He's good in a one-on-one fight, but like commanding his subordinates, impossible. Mr. Ratburn commands his subordinates.
Yeah, he knows how to extract the best of his coterie. Am I using that right? Of his students.
Clooney's soldiers aren't learning anything.
No.
Yeah.
They're actively getting dumber.
I think also, in a way, I mean, we don't want to like say like it's Clooney and his army versus Mr. Ratburn, but I do think his army does make Clooney look weaker.
Yeah.
Like Clooney by himself is pretty scary, but then once you start seeing how his army functions, you're like, you're not that scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Clooney, if he approaches, I guess, combat against Mr. Ratburn similarly to how he approached a siege on the Abbey, he would enact a lot of plans that just get demolished.
Mr. Ratburn's pretty smart.
Do you think Clooney would be able to go up against a whole classroom of like third graders?
Ooh.
With a high enough wall.
Yeah.
With a red enough wall.
With a red enough wall. You know what? I'm going to vote for Mr. Ratburn here.
I'm also leaning just a stronger quality of character.
Yeah.
A more well-rounded, nuanced figure. And a figure who, in his intended task, is just much more competent.
Yeah.
Man, Clooney just literally runs like headfirst into a wall.
Multiple times.
And Mr. Ratburn is scary to the kids at the beginning of the Arthur canon.
Yeah.
He
can use fear to his advantage, but he genuinely cares, and he uses it to properly educate the kids.
And to some people, that's even scarier.
That's true.
Someone who cares, get them away from me.
High-tier rodent with job.
Yeah. Okay, so we're moving Mr. Ratburn on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have to use my trump card.
What was your trump card?
Mr. Ratburn's gay, so we can't be homophobic.
Are we discriminating if we
I'm kidding.
eliminate Mr. Ratburn?
I was gonna like try and like throw a wrench in it if like just to cause chaos and be like, if Clooney was starting to win, I'd be like, but think about this.
We don't know Clooney's sexuality. We can't
That's
assume.
true.
That's true.
Fair point.
And he's Portuguese.
Okay, Mr. Ratburn's moving on.
Whoa. Remember, Clooney is a Portuguese rat, so that... No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay, next lineup. Despero from The Tale of Despero.
Mm-hmm.
And Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh no, Despero, get out of there, Despero! Despero, run!
You're not prepared!
These are both stories about rodents interacting with humans. So it does kind of work out.
Alvin and the Chipmunks are incredibly powerful in every way.
There are, unfortunately, 3 of them against one tiny mouse. But he does have a sword. But it is a needle.
Speaking just the power level, Alvin and the Chipmunks, while easily trapped in cages, do easily take out a handful of high school jocks.
That is true.
In a physical brawl. They are fast, they are cunning, and there's 3 of them. Despero has the heart of a knight.
He has bravery unmatched.
But, the Chipmunks are sort of like a wild card.
Yeah, here's the thing. Despero, because he's a knight, he will try really hard to fight honorably. The Chipmunks have no honor.
They have no honor.
They will do whatever it takes.
We watched the Squeakquel specifically.
Yeah, I don't know what happens in the 3rd one or the 4th one. I don't remember what happens in the 1st one.
So, they're already kind of at the height of their power.
Yeah,
in a
that's
way,
true.
Yeah.
In number 2. They can do things for themselves, but they also have, if they had to outsource dealing with Despero, they would.
Yeah.
And Despero, due to the quality of his character and sort of the straightforwardness of his perspective, face this challenge head on, would have to deal with whatever it is that they threw at him. And
That's
perhaps
true.
a little like Don Quixote would tilt at whatever windmill came his way. If we saw what Despero was like after his journey, perhaps I think I would lean more towards Despero. But Alvin and the Chipmunks,
We've been basing a lot of weight on strength of character,
yeah,
and Despero obviously takes it there.
easily.
But there's something else that we have to consider, is that these chipmunks operate on cartoon physics, and Despero's world is less so.
Despero's
Yeah.
world is more of like a fable,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and Alvin and the Chipmunks' world is more of like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yes.
That is a distinction that, gosh, how do you even compare?
It's just rough because, again, there's 3 of them and they can work as a team. So whatever challenge they are up against,
They're like the K-pop demon hunters.
Alvin and the Chipmunks walked so that hunters could run.
No, you can't do this to me.
If you separate them, they're weaker.
It's true.
I do think it's funny whenever a trio of characters come out that are popular, everyone's like, they're just like this other trio of characters that are popular. Just like them. I've seen a lot of people compare Huntrix to Totally Spies.
Yeah, I agree
that's
with
fun.
Yeah.
I fully see the vibes and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Unfortunately, I think they are more powerful.
Sorry, Despero.
In many ways.
Yeah. I love Despero, but
It's just a different level of story.
yeah.
Despero aspires to greatness, and Alvin and the Chipmunks will...
Despero aspires almost to like a saintly level of great.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we're even just talking about fighting, I don't think Despero could even win in a fight against Matthias.
Despero is a knight in heart.
Yeah.
Matthias has killed people.
Yeah. That's true.
Despero embodies a pious benediction to honor and chivalry.
Yes. So Despero doesn't win this matchup, but we know
Alvin and the
he's the
Chipmunks
better
are
rodent.
ruthless and mercenary.
Yeah, I'd want to hang out with Despero
Yeah.
rather than the Chipmunks, but I must concede their power.
Okay. Next matchup is Remy from Ratatouille
Oh.
versus the 3 blind mice from Shrek.
Oh, Remy's got it.
Remy's gotta have
Remy's
it.
got it.
Well, we'll give the 3 blind mice
A fair shot.
a fair shot. They are
They are
3.
mostly comedic relief.
So they also operate on cartoon physics.
Yes.
That's true. We
And-
gotta.
That's sort of like bumbling, like, oh, I don't know what's happening. But they're like, through that cartoonish hijinks, they make things work.
Yeah.
Remy is a mecha pilot.
Ooh, yeah. Is it I don't think we can
Could the
bring
3 blind
Linguini
mice
into it. I don't think we can count Linguini as part
Is
of
he
the
not?
equation,
If
though.
Despero gets his needle, does Remy not get his linguini?
Well, it's a whole nother character. It's like if we had a tier list and we were talking about Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon, would we pair Toothless?
Oh,
With
Ooh,
guess
that is
not.
hard. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, we can use his relationship
I still
with
think
Linguini.
Remy has a lot going for him just as a standalone rat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And hey, by the end of the movie, he's not necessarily piloting Linguini anymore. He's
He's working on his own.
Yeah.
The 3 blind mice, they're mostly there for comedic relief. And they are musicians, they can sing. I think, actually, if Remy and the 3 blind mice paired up, then they could sing at his restaurant, and that'd be really great entertainment.
Yeah.
That
But
would work.
against each other, I think, I also agree, Remy.
The 3 blind mice, I don't think there's ever they're a part of the entourage of fairy tale characters, right?
Mhm.
But they don't aspire to anything in particular.
No.
They don't
Yeah.
have specific goals.
They're
They're
just
a
along for the
reference.
ride.
They are a reference.
Yeah.
And they're entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
They're like the
Um,
3 little pigs. They're just kind of
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, there's not a lot of standout moments for them in Shrek or any of the Shrek movies, really, that I can think of.
Yeah.
Like, compared to, like, Gingy or Pinocchio,
Yeah.
there's there.
Limited exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Remy takes it just by the sheer weight of his vibe.
And he's a main he's got main character
He's
energy.
got main character energy.
Literally.
Yeah. All right, Remy, you're moving on. I do think this will get more difficult once we get past this first round.
Oh,
Because
sure.
then we will be vying for our favorites as they go up against each other. Okay, moving on to the left side. This is the first matchup I rolled, and I thought it was hilarious. So it's Mrs. Frisbee
Okay.
from Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim versus Rip Red.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is painful.
This just hurts
This
because
is
I love
painful.
Mrs.
Oh,
Frisbee.
no.
But
Both of
you're
these
up against
characters are
Rip
so
Red.
high tier.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
We can't even go based on like who's your favorite character of the two because they're both so good.
They're both their quality of character is so strong.
It's not fair to Mrs. Frisbee because Rip Red gets 5 books.
Yeah.
And he's also massive.
And he's also massive.
He's also massive, and even like in those 5 books of the events we've seen him, he's got like all this other backstory lore.
Oh, he's so complex. And he's a political leader. He's a war leader. He's an inventor.
Even at the end, like the nature of his like the quality of his character is still sort of like half suspect in a way, but it's like you understand him,
Mm-hmm.
He's so conniving and scheming.
but also like empathetic.
Yeah. He's got a
or
sense of honor.
sympathetic. Yeah. And Mrs. Frisbee,
She will do anything for her kids.
she will do anything for her
So
kids.
this is what I'm imagining. If it's a fight, the only way I could imagine them fighting is like Rip Red has kidnapped her kids.
But Rip Red cares a lot about kids.
That's
Yeah.
true. Ooh.
Rip Red would never do that.
Yeah.
Would Rip Red even fight Mrs. Frisbee?
Well, then this isn't a fight. Then.
Yeah, I know. It's not a fight. This is not about a fight.
Sometimes it is a fight, but sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
If they were at odds, I mean, Rip Red has made tough decisions, but I think Rip Red is clever enough that he would find a resolution that still like doesn't wound Mrs. Frisbee or her like efforts or her cause. In a
Yeah,
way.
I agree.
Yeah.
Rip Red would find a way out.
If we were comparing the stats of these characters, like D&D stats, Mrs. Frisbee's like wisdom and constitution through the roof, right? But Rip Red's got every other stat taken. Like Mrs.
Mm.
Frisbee gets through, quoting myself in the episode, through sheer determination
Yeah.
and willpower. And yeah, she's scared, but she'll do it because it's what needs to be done. Rip Red's got this whole other thing going on.
Yeah. It's like mad props for Mrs. Frisbee. And you can listen to our episode about
Mrs. Frisbee.
And the Rats of Nim.
Yeah.
And in the framing of her story, just the fact that she doesn't have anything inherently special about her in any way, but she's willing to risk it all and put herself in very harrowing situations
Mm-hmm.
speaks to how great she is as a protagonist in that book. And yet...
This is not fair to Mrs. Frisbee.
It
It's
is
not.
really unfair to Mrs. Frisbee. I saw it and I was like, should I change it? And I was like, no, I think this will be an interesting discussion. But yeah.
What do you think, Victoria?
I agree. Like, I think overall Rip Red is a more in-depth and complex character, but it is true that it's like he got 5 books to really flesh out his character and backstory, and Mrs. Frisbee just has the 1. But she's so good in that 1 book.
Yeah.
Part of it is I just want to root for Mrs. Frisbee because I love her.
If
I
she would have
know.
paired up with any of the other previous characters, she would have taken it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
Rip
true.
Red's tough.
I think Rip Red has to move on, but we love Mrs. Frisbee, and we highly recommend reading her book because it's just so good.
Yeah.
And she's a single mom with 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do feel better about Rip Red winning in this case because he does care about kids a lot. And I
Yeah.
think that he and Mrs. Frisbee would actually have a really great conversation over a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
They should be friends.
And shrimp and cream sauce.
Oh, yeah. He would love shrimp and cream sauce. Wait, if she made shrimp and cream sauce for him, would he, like, cede the competition? No, I'm kidding.
Bribing
one
the
weakness.
competition. Oh, I want shrimp and cream sauce. now.
Yum.
Mhm.
I just think it'd be fun if they were friends.
Yeah. They would be.
Let's get rid of the tournament bracket. We're not. No, I'm kidding. Okay, next matchup is Geronimo Stilton versus Bo from Spirited Away, who is the mouse form of the baby. Like Yubaba's
Oh.
kid when he gets turned into a mouse.
Oh.
So this is interesting
Yeah.
because we have a baby versus a coward.
The funny thing about this matchup is it actually kind of works because both of them are very particular about their lifestyle and they don't like their things to be disturbed or their routine to be disturbed. So they're both on equal levels in terms of weaknesses.
And then they're both forced to leave their area of comfort.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Bo goes to a new place and then changes. I don't think Geronimo Stilton changes. I think he's the same in every book.
No, Geronimo Stilton has like the typical like sitcom character setup where it's like each episode or each book he goes on a fun adventure, but at the end of the day he still returns home to be the head of a newspaper company.
But he's not like fundamentally a different person.
Like there's like some rule about like sitcom character writing where it's like the character progression has to be like super slow over the course of the season, or it's like they have to like be the same person for like most of the episodes because you can't like stray too far from like their character archetype. So that's kind of how I see Geronimo Stilton, which is like he's just there for the vibes, but he's got to stay the same because otherwise they can't make more Geronimo Stilton books, you know? But Geronimo Stilton is rich.
No, okay. So Geronimo Stilton has a huge library of books.
I think in terms of life experience, Geronimo Stilton has way more.
Yeah.
Like, the problem with Bo is, like, he's just at the beginning of his Geronimo Stilton arc, you know? Like, just beginning to go on adventures. At the beginning, he literally was like, I'm afraid of germs, and I can't leave my room, or the germs will get me.
Yeah.
That's true.
So his immune system's also pretty weak.
Yeah, that convinced me.
If both
Geronimo
of them were
Stilton.
dropped into the Alaskan wilderness.
Geronimo Stilton would survive, unfortunately. No, I'm kidding.
You were pulling for Bo, I see.
No. I mean, I just think Bo is so cute.
He is cute. Does
is
it make
cute.
a difference that he transforms back into a giant baby at the end?
That's true. If he
were a
transformed
true
into
rodent-
a baby.
Also, what's his job?
Baby.
Baby. Well,
That could be a job.
I guess.
He's a
Survive.
slight exception to the premise of this, which is that he doesn't have a job.
Well, I think we gave
So
him
I
a
think
shot.
Geronimo Stilton should
Yeah.
win this one.
Yeah.
He does have a job. He is the owner of a very successful newspaper, and he goes on many adventures, and he also helps up-and-coming writers like William Shakespeare to
Edgar
get their
Allan
works
Poe.
published. So, okay, Geronimo Stilton's moving on.
Hooray.
I fear he will not survive her.
I fear he will not survive. He's so good.
He can get this one, you know? We love Geronimo Stilton. Okay.
It's like a Hunger Games like color commentary.
I fear he will not survive.
No, now that... Remember when we did our Hunger Games episode and we talked about, like, the Hunger Games game generator thing?
Yeah.
We never actually got a chance to show you, Michael, but I think it would be really funny to do it now, but with rodents with jobs.
Yeah.
But, like, there's no debate in that case. It's just you let the computer algorithm decide who lives and who dies.
This is more fun.
Yeah. I think it would be fun just to do on the side if anyone is so inclined.
Rip Red would probably.
Well, no, the computer algorithm does not care.
Oh, that's true.
Rip Red could die of poisoning, you know?
Yeah.
You never know with the Hunger Games. Okay, the next matchup is Justin from The Rats of Nim versus Thea Stilton.
Oh.
So,
That's
also,
tough.
quick side note, the
I have
only
an
picture of
immediate
Justin
favorite.
I could find was from the movie, so he looks
Interesting.
interesting. This is what he looks like in the movie.
Well, that's a unique screenshot. He looks a little less crazy most of the time.
I was just trying to find the best, like, thumbnail photo.
He's got like a hat on and his cheeks are all like.
These are
fur.
two very
But we will not.
competent characters.
I was just noting in case people are like looking at the chart and being like, "Why'd you pick that picture?" But then the book cover for Mrs. Frisbee, and it's just because there's no illustration of Justin that I could find. I'm just actually from your book. Maybe there is, but
I mean, you'd just be a rat.
Yeah, he just looks like a rat.
Yeah, because he's
cute.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, Justin and Thea is interesting because they're both kind of like the sidekick characters.
And they're both incredibly competent.
Yeah.
I like Thea.
I like Thea. She torments Geronimo. Now, that's not a negative.
She's more selfish than Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Justin is very much the selfless leader. He's like the last man standing.
He's also a team player, you know?
Yeah.
He puts himself out there.
Thea is a team player in like the grand scheme of things, but on a mission to mission basis. They do both have fans.
Mm.
And they do both die.
Whoa. What do you know about Geronimo Stilton that I don't know?
Again, I worry that this is a volume of work sort of scenario.
Yeah.
Where Thea has just been on so many more adventures. We only know about 2 of Justin's adventures, both of which are in the same book.
I wonder if our thoughts would change if we had read any of the Thea.
Any of the Thea Stilton books?
Yeah.
That's true. We don't really get to see her as her own main character yet.
We don't know enough about her.
Quick disclaimer, also, I'm sure we'll do this again once we add more rodents with jobs to our roster, which I think will be fun. But our opinions could change next time we do this, too.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty stuck in the middle on this one.
Yeah, I'm also...
This one is really tricky. It's I am rooting for Justin a little bit more, only because he's just such a great guy, you know? And he really cares about his friends, and he'll do anything for them. But I would say Thea also cares a lot about her friends and family.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually good. Hot take. I mean, I know, she shouldn't, push Geronimo out of his comfort zone too often, but I think it is ultimately good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have a very lucrative writing career because she made him go treasure hunting with her.
Precisely so. And even in just the couple books we read, I did get a certain amount of, fun little nuances in her character, or just maybe just aspects of her personality that didn't have to show up but absolutely did, beyond just Geronimo, I found this treasure map to this strange island called Easter Island. It's that's a real island, Thea. But even when they find that it's a resort location, and she just quickly flips and is oh well, I'm gonna enjoy this resort. Ooh, look, a hot guy or whatever. And I'm that's a fun character attribute.
Yeah, I think I'm more inclined to vote for Thea on this one.
Yeah.
I love Justin, but I am inclined. Yeah.
Okay.
Thea.
Thea's moving on.
Rats of Nim, 0 for 2.
Oh, gosh.
It's rough out here for the rats.
It's just a different level of world.
Yeah.
I know we're literally doing this right now, but there is something, it's fun to do, but there's something inherently very silly about comparing characters from 2 different universes and trying to, match them up power level wise.
That's true, yeah.
Because they're 2 different worlds and their logic is different.
Yeah.
On that note, the last lineup on this initial round is Matthias from Redwall versus Master Splinter from TMNT.
Uh-oh.
This one's rough. I actually don't know about this one.
They are both seasoned warriors.
Yes.
They are both imbued with depending on the lore, vague mystical power.
Yeah.
And they've both killed.
It's also different we're comparing different fighting styles.
Yeah.
Master Splinter is bigger than Matthias.
He is. Here's the thing though, right? But he
is older also.
We're just dealing with Clooney the Scourge.
Yeah.
Who is only in the first Redwall book, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
And that book has real life scale. But Matthias is not just in that book. He's in a bunch of other books, and the scale changes. And so he does get bigger.
He has not reached his full power.
This is tough for me because I love both of these franchises so much. My instinct is to go with Splinter. Just pure instinct. I mean, he's Master Splinter. He raised 4 teenage boys who are also turtles. He's fought 100 ninjas and some aliens and monsters.
He survived a lot of enemies. A lot more than Matthias.
And sometimes he dies, but who doesn't?
I hate to eliminate Matthias this early, but I am also leaning towards Master Splinter for similar reasons.
Unfair matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have less of a connection to TMNT overall.
I actually have more emotional connection to Matthias.
Yeah.
But just logically, I'm leaning towards Master Splinter.
I'm also kind of leaning towards Master Splinter. And I think maybe my thoughts would change if we had dived deeper into Redwall. I don't know. But there's a certain amount of Master Splinter. He's got the skills and he puts himself in harm's way, but he's got the wisdom.
Yeah.
You can see him changing minds of people around him.
Master Splinter is a combination of Matthias and Methuselah. Master Splinter has both of them. And I think Matthias is stronger when he has the people around him, all his allies in Redwall. But Master Splinter can hold his own in battle.
Yeah.
And just in life.
Yeah. And a lot of Matthias, there's something to be said for how he garners allies.
Yeah.
But a lot of those also come with kind of just completing It's kind of, like, I will lend you my aid if you complete this quest kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which Splinter, I guess he could do that, but he also just sort of like, he changes people's perspectives. At least in the movie, if you recall, he like talks to that kid who's a part of the Foot Clan mini cult.
Yeah.
And is like, why do you feel this way?
He knows when's the right time to just talk and when's the right time to fight.
Yeah.
Whereas Matthias is still figuring out. Like,
At
his
least in the
whole thing
first
with
book,
Warbeak was like, it was a little rough. It was like baby's first diplomacy. And he hadn't quite figured it out.
Yeah.
So.
Other thing to think about is like, is Matthias possessed by the spirit of Martin the Warrior? I don't know.
I
But he
view
doesn't
him
have-
more as like almost like a reincarnation of Martin.
Yeah.
But he's not like, Martin isn't like acting through him.
Yeah, he's not getting remmied. And so he doesn't have any like proper training. He's good, but he's not Master Splinter good.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that does really clinch it,
Yeah.
And that whole thing with like, oh, Splinter's a combination of like Matthias and Methuselah.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go for Splinter.
Yeah. He watches TV. That's funny. I do that.
Yeah, he cracks jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
He likes pizza.
He likes
Also, please
pizza.
appreciate the Master Splinter photo that I chose.
Nice. Nice.
I picked it from
He's pretty cute.
the
Big fuzzy rat.
early TMNT films, the animatronic ones. All right, we're back to the right side to do round 2.
Okay.
Oh boy.
This is where things might get heated. First up is Mr. and Mrs. Beaver versus Mr. Ratburn.
I'm leaning toward Ratburn.
I'm leaning toward
I'm
Ratburn.
also leaning towards Ratburn.
They've got similar energy, but Ratburn's just a tier above.
Mr. and Mrs. Beaver have the nurturing energy, but Mr. Ratburn has maybe slightly less nurturing energy in terms of his approach to like educating kids, but he does like, he's got the intelligence, and again, he has to wrangle a lot more kids than Mr. and Mrs. Beaver do.
Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Beaver help the kids.
Yeah.
Mr. Ratburn controls the kids.
He guides them.
Yeah.
He guides them.
Mr. Ratburn lives in a world similar to ours in the sense that there are not always clear answers, but he helps the kids through anyway.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The beavers live in a world where there are very clear answers. There's
this is
a
a good point.
prophecy. There's a lion who is also Jesus. They don't have to think too hard about like,
Right or wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Mr. Ratburn takes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Rat. That one was easy.
Hey, support your local beavers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
and
good
support
for the
your,
ecosystem.
And support your teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Support your
Good
local
for the ecosystem.
Yeah.
support your local rats. No.
Okay, next up, this one might be interesting. We have Alvin and the Chipmunks versus Remy.
I'm sorry, Remy.
Yeah.
No, my boy Remy.
It's hard, but it's like that hex quadrant you made, Jino, of all of the different like animals, all the different like anthropomorphized animals or
Animal
just
societies.
animal societies. That
yeah,
was
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And it's like how Alvin and the Chipmunks were. I mean, so many of those societies were closer to like the the more feral side of things. And then you had like the penguins of Madagascar who were at like nuclear fusion.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. And then a step below them, granted, it was like halfway down the quadrant scale, I think, but it was like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
They are capable of something we cannot understand.
Yeah. The fact that they came from the woods, fully sentient,
Yeah.
and ready to take full advantage of capitalism.
Yeah.
Through
Oh,
the
wow,
arts, by
yeah.
the way, which, that's
really hard.
increasing the difficulty rank.
Yeah. Like the penguins in Madagascar, they're a similar thing. They come from the wild, fully ready to take control of human technology. But like that's a world where like all animals are kind of like that. And it's sort of like a personal choice
Yeah.
whether or not, like, and also like their knowledge or whatever of the human world. But like Alvin and the Chipmunks, we get the chipmunks, we get the chipettes, and that's it. And there are too many unanswered questions, and they're just too strong.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Victoria?
I was just thinking, like, if Remy cooked like an amazing, delicious meal, the Chipmunks would demolish it,
Yeah.
and not in a nice way.
No.
No,
They
they don't have
would-
manners.
They
It
would.
would turn into a food fight.
Yeah, it would turn into a food fight. They would ruin the kitchen.
They'd ruin the restaurant.
They ruined the restaurant. But I do think there's something to be said about the way that Remy like really took control of the restaurant, and he like organized all those rats and whipped them into shape to like get things in order. Could he control these chipmunks? Could he assert dominance?
Well, the thing is, all those other rats were a part of his colony,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
true.
wanted to help. They had
No,
a clear
you're
idea
right.
of like the stakes.
It's over for Remy. I'm sorry.
It's over for Remy.
I just think about like the tiny Remy rat. It's like when the moment where he's like curled up
in the jar. We're dropping him into the river.
Also, like the moment like after the like he gets separated from his family, where he's just like a tiny little ball like curled up in the sewer, and I just feel so bad for him. But yeah, these chipmunks. They're too rambunctious.
They're too powerful. I'm quickly seeing like an archetype form where I think the chipmunks are our villain of this of this tournament arc.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, chipmunks are moving on. Back to the left side. Now we have Rip Red versus Geronimo Stilton. Which I think this one is a pretty clear cut and dry.
All right,
answer.
move on up, Rip Red.
Yeah.
We don't even have to debate it. I'm sorry, it's just Geronimo Stilton has known no pain in his life.
Has not known pain in his life?
Not
Well,
not to the level of Rip Red.
That's true.
Even then, I don't know.
Okay, but Geronimo Stilton has thumbs.
Wait, that's pretty huge.
That is...
That's good.
And the whole time in Gregor, the rats want opposable thumbs.
Well, at least in book 1.
Yeah, that's true. Later on, they don't care as much, but...
Yeah, they...
But Rip Red is not one of those rats.
No. And he doesn't need the
He
thumbs.
doesn't need the thumbs.
Geronimo Stilton may be a billionaire. He may run a newspaper company, but Rip Red runs a kingdom.
Mhm.
Rip Red's doing international diplomacy.
Yeah.
Rip Red plays the long game in an environment that is constantly presenting short-term emergencies.
Yeah.
Geronimo Stilton is like moving through life in a long game kind of way, but only under pre-existing momentum.
Yeah.
And he gets faced with short-term emergencies, but he does get a lot of help in figuring his way out of it. And he kind of like has to sort of, he exhibits agency, but he also kind of has to like stumble his way a bit haphazardly through, which, a testament to his perseverance. But Rip Red also has perseverance. Rip Red also faces setbacks, and boy, howdy, does he
power through.
Geronimo Stilton is able to make it back to nominal with like a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
You know? But Rip Red turns like exile into nominal leadership over an entire like society.
Yeah.
I agree
and
with
like
this.
responsibly so.
Mm-hmm. All right. Back to your apartment, Geronimo. With your
And he's
cheese
like,
board.
Thank you. I don't want to be in this anymore. Okay, next matchup is Thea Stilton versus Master Splinter.
I think they'd be friends.
I think they would be friends. Thea is a journalist, so she has the edge in terms of like she could expose Master Splinter and the turtles. Because they do spend a lot of that first movie being like, we can't be discovered.
Well, here's the thing. Would she, like, if you replaced April O'Neil
With Thea Stilton?
with Thea Stilton,
That'd be awesome, actually.
what does it do to the story?
I think April and Thea would be great friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or perhaps more.
Whoa.
Raises eyebrow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm calling back to mind the slideshow.
I know. It's great. The greatest thing about April, at least in like the movies we watched, is that she's a go-getter, she's a CEO. She also has great empathy for the turtles that other people wouldn't take the time to develop. But I think Thea also has that same potential. In fact, I think she could probably relate to the turtles more.
Being a rodent
herself. However, I don't think she could quite help bridge the gap between humans and animals like April.
Yeah. There's something else to consider, too, is that there is only really one interpretation of Thea. I mean, like, she has her own series and stuff, but, like, that's the same character.
Yeah.
There are lots of different interpretations
Of Master Splinter. That's true.
And so he's going to be a little different, and you can pull from different things, but, like, he's got a multiverse going on there.
They both also like cheese.
Yeah. One of them on
Pasta.
a platter and one of them on a pizza.
Yum, pizza.
Wow, very close. Thea does ride a motorcycle.
Thea does ride a motorcycle. Whoever wins this is going up against Rip Red. And I think Master Splinter stands a chance. I don't know what Thea Stilton does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I think I'm leaning towards Master Splinter. He's like a great father and mentor and warrior, and he's just got everything.
Yeah.
And Thea's got a lot going for her too, but just like in a very different area.
Yeah.
That it's like almost impossible to compare, but yeah, like more wisdom and also more media material to give us a better knowledge of Master Splinter.
I guess even though Thea does have a motorcycle, Splinter can astral project.
That's true.
I also think in terms of their character motivations, Thea's mostly like, I'm just going on adventures for myself. But Master Splinter does work for the good of the world.
Yeah. It's like a difference of universes.
Yeah.
Thea Stilton doesn't need to hide. Master Splinter needs to hide and also is facing like superhero level threats like that sort of accelerate until they're like, I don't know, planet spanning.
Yeah.
So if like Splinter was in Thea's world, I think he'd do really well.
Yeah.
If Thea was in Splinter's world, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'd be really hard for her.
Yeah.
She likes her creature comforts too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Splinter would be like, oh, I'm surrounded by rats. Great. I'm going to watch my soap operas and order pizza. But if Thea was like, oh, I can't be outside. Oh, no.
Yeah.
She would need to be in like April's position.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So as a rodent with a job, I think Splinter takes it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right, Master Splinter's moving on.
I can see where this is going.
This is actually really funny.
Me too. The ultimate showdown is fast approaching.
It's just funny because it's, again, I did this randomly, but it just so happened that more of the serious characters end up on the left side and the more chaotic characters end up on the right side. And it's going to be interesting. So, semifinals.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Ratburn versus Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh man. This is actually like... So here's the question, right?
So,
Yes, yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
the Chipmunks are
The ultimate
students.
challenge students. And Mr. Ratburn is the ultimate
teacher.
rodent elementary school teacher.
Oh, my God.
You can put Alvin and the Chipmunks in the Arthur universe, sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Sort
Yes.
of.
Are they high schoolers? Because they go to high school.
So we've talked
do they
about this.
outclass Ratburn?
Well, we've talked about this, right? They are not high school age, but they are like high school maturity, I guess, like 14-year-old maturity. But like they're chipmunks, their ages don't align. So what you said, Michael, about you can put the chipmunks into Ratburn's world and they would work, but we don't know enough about the chipmunks' world to know if Ratburn would fit in there. We just don't, because we don't know anything about the chipmunks besides they exist and they're here to cause chaos. Are there other sentient animals out there? Would Ratburn find a place there? Would the knowledge that the chipmunks
here's the thing.
exist?
It's also like the chipmunks are like chipmunk-sized chipmunks.
Yes.
Ratburn is a human-sized rat.
Yes.
So if he comes to the chipmunks' world, is he gonna be human-sized?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
Does the fact that humans know that chipmunks exist and that they can talk and articulate, would that help bridge the gap if Ratburn showed up? Would they be like, this is not a big step?
I think it wouldn't be as shocking. Like, they'd be shocked because he's just so big and wearing clothes.
Yeah.
But, like, the chipmunks wear clothes. They're just chipmunk size.
Sometimes.
I think they would be more shocked just because the chipmunks are still chipmunks, you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
Whereas if you
Mr.
had...
Ratburn is an anthropomorphized rat.
Yeah. He'd get taken by the government.
Oh, no.
But our initial question, could Mr. Ratburn control the chipmunks?
Here's the thing. If you imagine like an episode of...
They do defy authority.
If you imagine an
do.
episode of Arthur where it's like the chipmunks are three characters that are like joining the school for a while because it's like, you know, their schedules are crazy as celebrities. You can imagine like an episodic plot where it's like these three pop stars are in the school and they're like crazy brotherhood and like chaotic demeanor is causing problems. Like, how does that plot resolve?
Ooh.
Frankly, I think it resolves with the chipmunks. I mean, granted, it's an episodic show. I think it resolves with them leaving the narrative, but I don't think it necessarily resolves in them like changing or learning anything too
Here's
meaningful.
the interesting thing.
I think it involves the students learning more about themselves.
I actually kind of think there could be potential that the chipmunks could change in this scenario, because part of it is like, it's hard for them to go to regular high school because all of the other students are like humans and they bully the chipmunks. So the chipmunks have to fight back. Initially, they're excited about going to high school and like being part of the school. But because the humans bully them, they end up acting out. I do think potentially if they went to a world where like everyone is all animals and they all just go to school, then they could actually like make real friends and just have fun attending school like regular kids.
Yeah.
So I could see them being potentially less unruly.
That is a big part of like their quote character arc.
Yeah.
Is like they want to be regular kids.
Once they meet the Chipettes, they even out a little bit because they're like, oh, now there's like people like us.
Yeah.
You know?
Although the little I know about the third and fourth movie, they don't even out that much.
That's true. They're still themselves.
They are
for
the
sure.
antagonists of their own story.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like they're reacting to the world that they live in, which is like we're tiny chipmunks.
They're
but I
kind
could
of like
see potentially like if they were just up against their own other sentient animals, how things might be different.
they are the center of a singularity.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever they go, things just start to orbit around whatever.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't think Ratburn could spend enough time like as their teacher to make a meaningful difference.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I think if we got an episode,
I don't know, Michael. The entirety of Arthur, which is like so many seasons, they're still in third grade.
yeah, that's true.
They actually go to fourth grade, but then Mr. Ratburn goes with them. But
that
that
happens.
takes like, I think it was like season 8 or something.
But they're
Yeah.
also more normal as
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
than the chipmunks.
I think that the chipmunks, again, based on the little I know, don't meaningfully change between movies. They change within the movie.
Yeah.
They get a little more humble. They learn a little lesson about fame or something.
Yeah.
But they don't meaningfully, they're still like, their personalities are still the same.
Mhm.
And I think that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Like Alvin is still a little self-centered. Theodore is still a little clueless. So they're all kind of like that.
I just had a thought though, because
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. Ratburn would be the person that like causes discord between the brothers.
How so, though?
Because I think he'd be like, Alvin, you're being self-centered. And then the brothers would be like, yeah, Alvin, we think you're self-centered. And then Alvin can't accept his self-centeredness. And they would fight amongst themselves.
He's going to take them down by tearing them apart.
Yeah.
But would he
Oh.
do that, though?
I don't know if he would. He's too nice.
He's too...
No, but he wants them to improve and become better people.
Yeah.
That's an interesting solution to controlling the chipmunks is separating them, putting them all in different classrooms.
I guess the question is like, if that was his tactic, ultimately, would the chipmunks be able to like still come back together and win in the end?
I mean, to a certain extent, is that like... like some kind of harm reduction, or where it's like the three of them together are too powerful for one single teacher.
Yeah. I guess if we're saying that the only way Mr. Ratburn could defeat them is by separating them, then ultimately the chipmunks do win as a unit.
Yeah, because that by definition they are together.
Yeah.
Like the plot of the first movie is separating Alvin from the other two,
Uh-huh.
and by the end of the movie they're back together again.
Yeah. Okay.
2 questions for us to consider. Specifically category rodent with job.
Mm.
Who's better at their job?
Who's better at their
Because
job?
the chipmunks are richer and more successful. However, they do leave their schedules as pop stars often.
Yeah, it's like fame and success and riches aren't necessarily a good indicator of better at their job. Mr. Ratburn successfully teaches his entire class, and they all grow up to be great members of their town, right?
Yeah. Also, I'm remembering Alvin in the Chipmunks episode. Alvin, we talk about how the Chipmunks, especially Alvin, are living out this like
this fantasy.
In a way, like they are embodying the archetype of pop stars without knowing even necessarily what the point of that is.
Yeah.
So it's like, are they in and of themselves represented solely by the fact that they are rodents with jobs? Are they like some kind of horrifying, like pure entity of rodent with job?
I guess. Because if you remove the fact that they're rodents, I don't think they'd be very successful. But
yeah.
But if Mr. Ratburn becomes a man teaching children,
Whoa, this is a whole new
then
new
he's
angle.
still successful.
he's still
Yeah.
successful.
Now he is a rodent.
He is a rodent.
He has a job.
Yes.
He's good at that job.
Very good.
The job is important.
Oh, essential.
A teacher.
Teacher.
Alvin and the Chipmunks are rodents.
Rodents.
They do have a job.
Yes.
Without the rodentness, do they?
I think they lose their whole gimmick.
I think they lose it all.
Yeah. Because also all Alvin and the Chipmunks do is cover other people's songs.
Bread and circuses. Sorry,
I want to hear like a timpani land before that, and then your voice ring out.
Oh, with this new angle, I think Mr. Ratburn wins.
Mr. Ratburn is a rodent who is better at his job than these other 3 rodents at their jobs. Should that have been the qualifying factor this whole time?
Well, I'm confused, like what's if the rodent with job
I don't think that's the only qualifier, but I think this is a really important argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you took the rodent out of the job and it was no longer viable, is that weaker, or does that mean it is more pure as a rodent with job? I don't know. I lean toward Ratburn in a number of ways ultimately.
Yeah. My mistake has been going to this, and Victoria warned me against this, as just like a pure combat scenario.
Yeah.
But that's not again, like you warned me, like that's the only way to process this. There's lots of different ways to process this.
Yeah, because we're talking about like different characters from different worlds. Like they're not all warlords, so.
Splinter and Ratburn, or Splinter and Ripred, who's coming up. Yes, they're 2 combat characters, but if we also look at them as who's better at their job, right? Which is being a ninja master versus whatever Ripred's doing, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Who's better at their job? And then if you take that angle, like, let's say Ratburn wins, and let's say, I don't know, one of the 2 warrior rats wins. Like, again, who's better at their job? Would they talk it out? Would one's philosophy overtake the other's? Right? Questions to consider. I think you've convinced me on Ratburn.
I'll be honest, I didn't even know who I was trying to convince anyone else. I was just spinning.
You brought up a really great point, because I genuinely was like, yeah, probably the Chipmunks, but I think Ratburn. I think he embodies like rat with a job better than, or rodent with a job.
Well, because now I'm wondering, how much of a rodent is he? If he's basically just an anthropomorphized man, but the Chipmunks are distinctly rodents.
Ooh.
Oh. Because Arthur's supposed to be an aardvark, but he's a bear. We gotta face the facts. Arthur's a bear. He's not an aardvark.
He's omnivorous.
He's omnivorous.
He's not eating ants.
Yeah. That's a bear. Victoria, you look distressed.
No, I was just also reflecting on because when it was Alvin and the Chipmunks versus Remy, like Remy lost. But I would argue like Remy is maybe better at his job than the Chipmunks. But I don't think that should be the only qualifier.
That's not, because again, it's like we're not just judging them separately. We're judging them against each other.
Yeah.
And Ratburn, I think the reason we're having such trouble is because Ratburn is a teacher and these 3 Chipmunks are students. So there's a very specific relationship
there's a specific dynamic here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was like Ratburn against Remy, it would be different because like Remy's not a student.
Yeah.
I think Ratburn would still win, though.
I think Ratburn is going to
Ratburn
win.
Takes it,
I think Ratburn. I genuinely thought the Chipmunks were going to make it, but I think it's going to be Ratburn, actually.
You know, you can be as rich and famous and rambunctious as you want, but a good foundational teacher will carry you all the way through your life.
It's true.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a bit of like
this is an upset.
A surprise, what is it, sandbagging or something? Yeah. Here I thought we were headed towards like a climactic, the Chipmunks make it to the end as this grand villain, but they've been sacked early. And we're going to have 2 noble warriors duking it out.
They're the Shiratorizawa. Okay, Ratburn's moving on. Okay, so the next one is Ripred and Splinter. Oh... okay, so if we're going from like who's better at their job, I would argue that Ripred ultimately is the best one at his job because he's had so many jobs over the years, but he's not only led his people through multiple like revolutions, but also like he went from being like the outcast to like leading his society to like a better future. He's also a diplomat. He brokered peace with the Underlanders that no one has done in centuries. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe not centuries. I don't remember what the timeline was, but
he's very good at his job. He's incredibly smart, and he's got like his own brand of wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like his own like twisted, because he lives in a twisted world.
Yeah.
But like in like a philosophical debate, I don't know if either one is going to overpower the other.
Yeah.
Because
that's a dead heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they would have a really interesting discussion about like what it means to be a leader, what it means to like fight against evil.
What it means to be a father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man,
what
once
it means
again,
to be
I think they should just be friends.
Yeah.
I think it is interesting that of all the matchups, like Rip Red consistently is more about like I think he would have really interesting discussions with these people.
Yeah.
I do think Splinter is more aspirational to sort of intangible values and ethics than Rip Red is. Rip Red is very much like a, we can all have our lofty ambitions and goals, but you kind of have to find a way to put it into material practice at the end of the day, even if it doesn't match up with how you want things to go.
Yeah. Splinter's more about like how you should live your life.
Yeah.
Rip Red's about like how do you deal with what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And
so
also
it's
like think ahead.
Internal, like, yeah.
Internal versus external. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Splinter's had hardship in his life.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. But not to the level of Rip Red.
How does that weigh?
I don't know.
When it comes to like ruthlessness, I think Rip Red wins.
Well,
yeah.
Counterpoint, Splinter and the Turtles have dealt with people of Rip Red's combat prowess and higher many times. Doesn't mean that they always win, but they've dealt with them. Like Rip Red's not flying around shooting lasers. He is, at the end of the day, a big rat.
Yeah.
Very smart big rat.
Very smart big rat. Very clever.
doesn't have
This one's
thumbs.
really hard. This one's really, really hard. Yeah.
Splinter has thumbs. He can hold a remote.
Splinter can eat pizza.
Splinter can eat pizza.
They're both very wise. I think Rip Red's more cunning.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not too terribly antagonistic, like for antagonism's sake.
Yeah. As much as I love the TMNT world, I think I got to give this one to Rip Red. I think he has just the level of stakes he's been up against and what he's managed to accomplish in that time is so far, I think it's greater than what Splinter maybe
And he goes
could have
through so much
accomplished.
character change.
Yeah.
All situations, all systems normal, all situations nominal. I think I'd want Splinter around.
Oh, yeah.
In a crisis, I'd want Rip Red.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Like Splinter's old, right? He's already experienced all his life. We only know him when he's old and also very young.
Yeah.
So like he's like someone who has lived his life versus someone who's like actively in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about it, Splinter's whole thing is partly like, fighting injustice, dealing with crises.
Yeah.
And if you're kind of like, well, in a crisis, who would you want? And you go for Rip Red instead of Splinter, is that a knock against Splinter? Or like,
I think they just have different approaches to crisis.
Yeah.
Rip Red will do whatever is necessary,
Mm-hmm.
even if it means inflicting great pain on people around him. He
And
will
that's-
get the problem done.
A double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You can trust when you're with Splinter that he won't sacrifice you for the greater good.
Yeah.
But Rip Red might.
That's true. It's like even at the end, you're kind of like, Rip Red is still self-serving in a way, even though it ends up amounting to the greater good for everyone around him. This one is almost like the final matchup in a way. The ultimate showdown.
A battle of concepts.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
invoke IQ.
Yeah.
Any
I'm so
rats
glad
in
I had you guys
IQ
watch
that-
Haikyuu. That'd be crazy. The rat team.
Rat team.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god,
I'm
they would
just
go
picturing-
crazy over that metaphor because half of them are birds. Be rough.
I'm just picturing those like single frames they do where they show like cats and crows in an alley. But there's just like a freaking colony of rats. Like,
Yeah. I do think it's funny that we've eliminated all the mice from this bracket.
wow.
Which is
Oh,
rough
That's
for us as
fascinating.
MouseKnight Studios.
Yeah.
It's
We
okay.
limited both MouseKnights.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can branch out to
Rat Teacher Studios.
Teacher
Rat-
Studios.
Rat Sage,
Rat Sage.
Okay.
Rat Heavy Infantry.
We have to
We
pick.
have to decide.
Okay.
My gut is saying Rip Red.
My gut is also saying Rip Red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rip Red.
All right, Rip Red.
Unfortunately, we outweighed also, so which means that our final lineup
It was
is
almost
Rip Red versus Mr. Ratburn, which is the funniest way this could have ended.
It was,
it was
almost
almost the Chipmunks versus Rip Red.
The Chipmunks versus Rip Red would have been.
feels like a battle for the fate of the universe.
The
Yeah.
thing is, I think Rip Red could win because he would just like turn off all the lights and then just destroy.
He turned off the lights and the Chipmunks would just panic and faint. maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rip Red would, I think, handily
So-
defeat the
Okay, but
Chipmunks.
Rip Red and Mr. Ratburn is interesting because they're both teachers in a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they both have very different approaches to teaching. Like when Gregor is learning how to echolocate, Rip Red is basically just like,
Do better.
do better, yeah.
You can't say that he's not effective.
Yeah.
Ripred's an
That's true.
incredibly effective teacher. But is that how you want to be taught?
Is that what you need? How would I think Ripred would do well in a 5th grade class as a teacher.
I think no, he
I
does.
think he
No,
could
he
throttle
does.
himself a bit,
Because he befriends Gregor's younger sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's very sweet with her.
Okay, yeah, actually, no, this isn't fair. Because I was like, if they swapped jobs, how would each person do?
Oh.
But poor Mr. Ratburn
He doesn't
is
stand a
going to just
chance.
get destroyed.
Ratburn is tough and discerning within his own context. In the other land, I think he quickly turns into the regular 5th grade, middle income teacher that he is and goes, whoa, this is way too much for me.
This is under my pay grade.
He's got the same level of
over my pay grade? Yeah.
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 He's got the same chance of surviving as Gregor's dad.
Yeah.
They are both
teachers.
teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, as teachers, right? Because if we compare Splinter and Ratburn as teachers, Splinter is a very good teacher, but all of the storylines involve his sons not obeying him. Whereas Ripred is very effective in teaching Gregor, even though Gregor doesn't want to do what
But he does
Ripred
lose control of the Bane.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
Because he arguably is more of a father to the Bane than he is to Gregor. Like, he raised him from a baby.
So, pulling in another character, Master Shifu, right? Master Shifu.
Yeah, Master.
Master.
That's true. We
Lost
can't
control of
we
Tai
can't
Lung.
hold Ripred accountable for the Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He did a bad job,
yeah.
but he does a better job with Gregor.
So he improves. Just
Yeah.
like how Master Shifu improves with Poe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Slight
parallels.
complication. He is trying to do both at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you can't
Ooh,
always.
There's not really a comparison for Mr. Ratburn, unfortunately, because he's just got a whole band of kids and he does pretty well. But he's not the only influence on those kids, he's only their teacher for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah. And he's not parenting them through those
Yeah.
years and trying to stave them off from the influence of
Here's my
whatever you
pitch.
want to call the Bane supporters.
Yeah.
Mr. Ratburn was the perfect foil for the Chipmunks. I know we debated on that a lot,
Yeah.
but he was the only one who could really take them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a teacher.
But if we are staying true to our logic with Ripred versus Splinter, I think Ripred has to take it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Splinter and Ratburn, both teachers, Ripred is a little bit more.
Yeah, he's got multiple facets. He's not
Yeah.
just a teacher, he's also a leader, he's a revolutionary, he's a father. Mr. Ratburn's not a father.
Do I
As far
want
as
him
I
to
know.
teach me anything? No. But if I had to learn something, he would be better at it
Yeah.
than Ratburn.
Yeah.
And I might lose a couple fingers in the process, but I'd know how to do it.
Mm.
It'd be one of the best shots at learning it that you could get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have no choice.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like our ultimate winner, maybe to no one's surprise, is Ripred.
Hey!
He takes the crown. And now he must face the final boss. King Julian.
Cue
doesn't stand a chance.
Lord of the Boreal Valley music. Elden Ring or Dark Souls music.
Yeah.
I think Ripred could take King Julian. The funny thing is they're both leaders of a nation. And in a way...
That's so funny to think about.
And because it's almost like Mr. Ratburn is the only one who could take down the Chipmunks. I think in a way Ripred is the only one who could take down King Julian because they're both leaders. There's no negotiating with King Julian, but in full nationwide scale conflict, Ripred would win.
In a total war scenario.
You know what? I think King Julian could have taken down the Chipmunks. I think King Julian could have taken down Splinter.
Yeah.
But not Ripred.
Yeah.
King Julian could have definitely taken down the Chipmunks because he's the same level of chaotic,
He's
if not
worse.
more. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is worse.
He would out-chaos them.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even... he has a job, but at a certain point, he's just sort of a royal in absentia.
Yeah.
So he's just going around the world acting like he has diplomatic immunity for any whim.
Wow, that's true.
He stole from the Pope.
Yeah.
He literally, sucked the ring off his finger.
Oh, God.
You can't get more extreme heist than that.
Yeah. Okay, Rip Red would win against King Julian in a fight, and just in general. And
listen, if I had to choose between hanging out with King Julian and Rip Red, I'd choose Rip Red.
Yeah.
all right.
Any day.
Yeah,
Any day.
I think that's where we'll leave it.
Okay.
Hey, thanks you so much for listening to this ridiculous bonus episode of
This
Nostalgia
was so
Club.
much fun.
I loved this.
We'll do this again, maybe in like a couple seasons once we've amassed more rodents.
Yeah. Hey,
Maybe
let
there'll
us-
be different matchups next time, so Mrs. Frisbee can stand a chance.
She has a chance.
We love you, Mrs. Frisbee.
Well,
do.
maybe we'll switch out some.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely switch out some. Maybe Rip Red doesn't get to compete again because
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
we
winners
already
have
won,
to-
you know?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. If you enjoyed this episode, as usual, leave us a comment, follow us, subscribe, rate us 5 stars on your podcast platform of choice. Let us know who you think should have won. Do you agree with us? We'll drop our bracket in the links as well so that you can see the final matchups with all the pictures. Send us your bracket. You can follow us on Instagram at Nostalgica Podcast or email us at nostalgicapodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us at MouseKnight Studios for our other shows and donate to our Ko-fi if you would like to support us financially. And until next time,
Enjoy some shrimp and cream sauce.
in honor of Rip Red,
In
our
honor
of
winner
Rip
of
Red.
today's tournament bracket. Yay!
On us.
Oh.
I'll Venmo you.
No, wait, hold on. Wait.
Just send me your information. I can be reached at Nostalgia Club Podcast. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. Please don't do that. We can't pay for your food.